Okay.
Hey guys!
Welcome Friday on the Farm, which is actually Melbourne.
Monday in
Melbourne. Melbourne, Australia. All right.
Oh, it's so good to see you guys.
Yes, it is good to be with you. So real quick, kind of an update. We were in Bangkok, Thailand last week, shooting to you live. And so we were there. I was there for almost 2 weeks. Christy was there for a week. And wait, step back here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. Because I feel like you were ahead of me. And what?
Okay.
So we were there in Bangkok. Well, then 2 days ago, Saturday morning, which was Friday your time, we flew to Melbourne, Australia. And so we've been there. I think jet lag, I'm not so bad this trip.
No.
But here we are. And we're just giving a couple minutes for people to join us. It's great to see you.
Yes.
So what's it feel like? Okay, this is Christy's first trip home to Australia in 11 years.
Yeah.
What's it feel like? What's
it feels great. We have, obviously we're spending the next few months out of the States, and so here in Melbourne it's summertime, it's beautiful, but the highlight so far has been reconnecting with all of our dear friends here in Melbourne. We're staying in a beautiful home with friends, Sean and Trudy. Yeah. We've already reconnected with Jason and Olivia, the Tobjis, Kelly,
the Prescotts, Kelly and Jay.
We went to Hillsong.
Franny and Clarence.
Yes.
We don't want to start naming names because then we're in trouble.
But
we'll forget
if we
somebody.
haven't seen you,
we'll see you soon.
We want to see you soon.
Yes.
So you gotta get with us somehow.
Yeah.
But it is so good to be here in Melbourne, Australia. We spent 4 years of our lives here. Our daughter basically spent her formative years here in Melbourne between New Zealand and Australia. And so it feels awesome.
It really does. It really does. And one of the things, while it feels great, and it's this whole journey, we're on this journey of just saying yes. The power of yes, and how that has really again reignited in us something, because we've always been a couple that has said yes to adventure, but then you live enough life and you go through enough stuff and
life just kind of beats you down, you know,
and then it's easy to say no, or to think that you can't say yes,
to get shut up, to get kind of you know, just kind of shut yourself off to the world, you know.
So in sharing our story and our journey, obviously over the last couple months we've shared bits and pieces. Well, this is a piece of our story. And last night we were with Jason, Olivia Staggers, and some other friends, Claude and Lydia, and Clarence and Franny, and we were walking in downtown Melbourne. We went to Hillsong's Christmas Spectacular. It was amazing.
It was awesome.
Awesome. And we were walking downtown, and we walked past a young girl. I would say she was probably in her early 20s.
Absolutely.
Now look, we've been around the world. We've seen poverty. We've seen the signs, homeless, asking for help. But as we walked by this sign of this girl, this young girl, she was sitting there, and her sign said, "Please help, desperate and scared." And I woke up this morning. Hang on, that's Isaac. Isaac just came out on the deck. Say hi.
Say hi.
What up, my peoples? We're in here playing Minecraft just in case you hear some noise.
Okay, all right. He's having a little bit of a blast.
Oh yeah, he's connected with the Aussie kids here.
Yeah. We landed. He was like, "Dad, are we going to see kangaroos?" And we're like, "Yeah, we might. We'll go to places." We land in the airport. We're going home. We're coming to Sean and Trudy's, and there are kangaroos in the field. We hadn't been on the ground. We hadn't been in the car 5 minutes, and he's seeing kangaroos. It's saying our connection is weak, so I'm actually going to back this up just a little bit to see if we can't get in the zone. So anyway, we went by this lady, and she had this sign, this young girl, help, desperate and scared. And I woke up this morning and still thinking about it. I told Christy, I said, this thing is kind of haunting me because I sensed her desperation. I sensed the fear. And we actually, our friends bought a coffee to take to her, and when we got back, she was gone. It was kind of cool last night. But this morning, as we were talking, and you know, we do this live, alive, and unscripted. So it's not like we script out what we want to talk about. But I told Christy, I said, that has so gripped me that I want to talk a little bit about that, and how honestly, what I think probably, Christy, and I don't even know that I said this to you, but as I'm sitting here talking, I think what moved me and stirred me and kind of has haunted me about her sign was that was me a year ago, 2 years ago, desperate and scared. Through life and for different reasons, I felt like I reached a point where I was desperate and I was scared and I was lost, but I didn't know how to ask for help. I didn't know how to put a sign together and hold it up, kind of metaphorically, hold my sign up to say, help. I'm lost, I'm scared, I'm desperate. And so I think that's probably why that sign resonated with me, is because I get it. I sensed where she was, and I dare say that many of you that are going to see this might be in that spot, and you don't know. You might have the house, the cars, the job, the marriage, the kids.
It has nothing to do with what you have or don't have.
Yeah.
What it has to do with is what's going on inside of you, internally, and no doubt in our minds that, I mean, we don't have to be homeless to be scared and desperate.
Yeah.
But there is hope.
Yeah.
And that's what we're here to say. There is hope.
Yeah, there's hope, and it's not easy, fluffy.
No.
Just hope. Say yes, and everything's going to get better.
No.
Sometimes you say yes, and it gets worse. It gets darker. But as long as we don't quit, I think that's the thing that we want to say to people.
Yeah.
Don't quit.
Don't quit.
Yeah, whatever's on your heart, I want to grab the
No, I was just going to say hi to some folks. I saw Debbie Dearman on. I'm so glad to see you. And Nellie. Nellie's like, no Brisbane trip.
Brisbane. Nellie.
We would love to come to Brisbane. Do you know we've never been to Brisbane?
I have.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry.
I've never been to Brisbane. We
Nellie,
would love it.
Fly us up.
We would absolutely love that. But not this the next 2 weeks. I'm here for a month. So, hey, I'm actually speaking. I do have a speaking engagement. Will we have one tonight?
Well, tonight, Brett
we're going to be sharing with Brett
house.
and Rachel Hook at Brett and Rachel Hook's house. More on our Healthy Happy Human and what we're doing with that. It's gonna rock and roll. I'm so excited to share from a health standpoint the journey that we've been on, what we have found that has absolutely changed our lives. It's changed our lives spiritually, physically, financially. I wish that all of you, at least here, it's not going to be televised or recorded, but if you're here in Melbourne and you want to come hear us tonight, just let us know on Facebook Messenger and we'll tell you where to go.
And you're saying Melbourne like an American.
I know. Okay, Melbourne. But I'll tell you this. As soon as I saw my friend Kelly, well, Jason picked us up at the airport, and then Kelly Mitchell came over to visit. I was right back into the no, and I mean, it just comes back. It's just natural.
Yeah, it definitely, feels good.
Okay, go for it.
So going back to the yes, saying yes, and being in that point of desperation, there's a book by Anne Lamott called Bird by Bird. And particularly if you are a writer or an aspiring writer, I highly recommend Anne's writing. She writes, she stirs me at a real deep emotional level. So anyway, I'm rereading her book, Bird by Bird, and pretty early on, in fact, it's in the introduction, she makes the statement, she says, I heard a preacher say recently that hope is a revolutionary patience. And she says, let me add that so is being a writer. And she says this, and this gripped me yesterday. Hope begins in the dark. The stubborn hope that if you just show up and try to do the right thing, the dawn will come. You wait and you watch and you work and you don't give up. And when I read that, I read there, it said hope begins in the dark. And what leapt in me was hope is born in the dark. And I know that it's kind of it could be an esoteric concept, but really, in those moments of darkness where it feels like everything is lost, all hope is gone. Listen, I was there from a life standpoint. Those of you who know me know that I'm pretty vivacious. Yeah. I love life. And I reached a point in 2011 where I didn't want to live. it was, I don't know how else to say
Trust
it.
me, it was,
Yeah.
it was bad.
And I won't go into more right now, but literally, I felt like my wife, my family, my daughter, my son would be better off without me. That anyway.
Hey, but we're back.
But we're back.
We're back.
But we're back. So,
Let me tell you, and so can you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
are you guys. I see people that are watching right now. We know your stories, and some of you know our stories at a very intimate level.
Yeah.
I mean, a very detailed level, and you've helped us walk through some incredibly difficult times. Why are we crying? Debbie Dearman, you and Kirk, you walked with us.
Yeah.
You held us up. And I know your story, and you are one of those that you found hope in the darkness. You stepped out. You said yes. You've been saying yes for years.
And it's not just yes as a one time. It's
No,
yes. It's yes.
every day.
It's waking up feeling absolutely hopeless and saying yes. It's waking up the next day and feeling hope and still saying yes. It's minute
every
by
day.
minute, day by day, month by month. And then you look back over time. We look back now over the time that has passed, and we go, wow, we're here and we're together, and we feel healthier than we felt in years, emotionally, physically, spiritually.
Yeah, and it's a miracle.
Yeah.
It's a miracle.
Yeah. So I guess shooting.
I didn't mean to cry, but he cried.
Yeah.
You cried first.
Yeah. So I guess all that to say, Monday in Melbourne.
Yes, it's a beautiful day.
It is a beautiful day. It's a
And
new day.
We are so excited about life. We are so excited about what we're pouring our lives into right now. The people that we're pouring our lives into. Look who just came on.
Stan Mitchell. Freaking love you.
Anyway,
Oh my gosh.
Listen,
Okay.
we've got so much that's it's like we want to tell you everything right now, but we can't.
Yeah.
We just can't. It's just it'd take too much time.
So I guess.
Now you have orange lips now.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess today, no matter where you find yourself, say yes. If it's pitch black, and you're scared and you're desperate, make a call.
Absolutely.
There's somebody. Reach out. You can PM us. Look, we might be half a world away. We have no answers, but we can listen.
Yeah.
We can pray.
And we can connect you to somebody that can help you. Okay?
Yes.
So you're not alone. It's not over.
Yeah.
There were days when we felt like, we felt like that we had given all we had to give, that we were used up,
that our best years were over.
That our best years were over. And let me tell you something, that was the biggest lie.
Yeah.
But for a while we believed that.
Yeah.
And that can destroy you. That thought. It goes back to those, you change the way we think in our heart. It becomes who we are. It changes the neurotransmitters in our brain.
Yeah.
But that can change back. But you got to do the work.
Oh.
You got to do what.
I know what I'm
No.
sorry. Okay. So what we were talking about earlier, I'm sorry. I totally interrupted your thought, but I want to do this before we run out of time. We start saying no because we get tired. I think of as parents, our children are so creative, and Tyler pushed us, Isaac pushes us, and he says, "Can I do this? Can I do that?" And sometimes we say no out of just being tired, physically tired, or we got the yes beaten out of us years ago, and so now we're accidentally beating the yes out of our kids. And so
Not
we're,
literally.
Well, no, but I mean figuratively,
yes.
where if we say no enough to our children, they'll quit dreaming. And so we want to live in a state where we say yes. And sometimes when you say yes, look, it is scary. We are on the other side of the world. We know what we're doing for the next 2 months. We don't know what's after, but I promise you this, God will have another yes to say to.
Oh, yes.
And it's just literally believing enough, being crazy enough to say yes. Yes, yes. Never giving up.
Yes. Yes.
So that's it.
We love you guys.
We love you. From Melbourne.
Can't wait to see you next time.
We'll be shooting again live next week.
Yep.
A week from now, from Melbourne, Australia, and then we're gonna have to figure out how we do, because then I'm in Bangkok and she's here.
Yeah.
But
And the last time we did our little video live, where I was in, if you remember, I was in
Yeah.
Tennessee and David was down in Georgia.
it didn't work real well.
I don't know, but we'll work it
We'll
out.
work it out.
We'll work it out. We want to see you guys. We want to
Yeah.
share all the spring family travels. You can go to Healthy Happy Human
Yeah.
on Facebook, Healthy Happy Human, or just click on the link there. You can see what we're doing there. I post a lot of information, science information, information about the freaking amazing products that we take that has
Yeah.
changed our lives.
Yeah.
You can go there. You can also obviously just
Hashtag Spring Family
Family Travels.
Okay.
Hashtag we're gonna try to put all of our photos
Okay,
there.
but I got to tell you this. So we're in a museum in Bangkok, an art museum in Bangkok, and we see this family, and they really looked European. So I almost didn't. Anyway, we start talking to them. They're from Arizona. They saved for 15 years. They saved money.
Yep.
They quit their jobs and they're traveling the world with their 2 sons for a year.
Yeah.
You talk about, they inspired us. I was like, dang,
Oh,
we're
my gosh.
only away for 3 months. So listen, when you never know when
That's
you
right.
say yes where you'll end up. We love you guys. Say yes.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.
Wait.
Oh, come here.
Say
Okay.
Bye. Bye.
Wait, scoot
Peace
back.
out.
Peace out.
Love you.